Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about losses in transformer and introduction about practical transformer. So in previous lecture we have discussed about ideal transformer. Now we know that ideal transformer has no loss. So ideal transformer is loss free. But practical transformer has following losses. So basically there are two types of losses: core loss, or we can say that iron loss, and second is copper loss. So first of all, we will discuss about core loss or iron loss. This is a power loss that occurs in the form iron part. This loss is due to the alternating flux in the core. Iron loss are classified into two types: hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. We know about the hysteresis, magnetic hysteresis. We have discussed that before, that due to that flux set up in the core of transformer, it undergoes a cycle of magnetization and demagnetization, resulting in loss of energy, which is called hysteresis loss. So we have seen that loop occurring hysteresis, it has two parts, magnetization and demagnetization. And due to that, energy of loss occurs, which is known as hysteresis loss. And it is directly proportional to frequency. So it is the equation of hysteresis loss. WH stands for hysteresis loss equals to eta Bmax F into V, where Bmax is maximum flux density, F is frequency, and V is volume of core. So hysteresis loss is due to the flux in the core. Second is eddy current loss. Same way, when flux linking in the core, which will induce EMF in the core, we know that, and that induced EMF is known as an eddy EMF. And due to that EMF, current occurs in core, which is known as eddy current. So as there is some resistance in the core, with this eddy current circulation, heat will produced or power loss taking place in the core. This loss is known as eddy current loss. It is also proportional to square of supply frequency. Here it is the equation of eddy current loss. W equals to K Bmax F square T square. Here same way, Bmax is flux density, F is frequency, but here T is thickness of core. So these both losses, hysteresis loss and eddy current losses, depends on maximum flux density in the core and supply frequency. So these two losses are core losses. Now we will discuss about the second losses. So here you can see that all transformers are connected to the constant frequency, constant voltage supply. So core or iron losses are practically same at all loads. So it is nothing but the addition of core losses or iron loss is nothing but the addition of hysteresis loss plus eddy current loss. And it is also known as constant losses. Again, I revise about hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. So we know that when flux is generated in the core, due to that it undergoes a magnetization and demagnetization, and due to that energy loss occurs, which is known as hysteresis loss. Same way, when flux set up in the core, due to that flux we know that EMF produced in the core, and due to that EMF current produced, and that the current is known as eddy current, and due to that loss occurs is known as eddy current loss. So now second loss is copper loss. Copper loss is power wasted in the form of heat due to resistance of primary and secondary winding. We know that in transformer there are two windings, primary windings and secondary windings. But we know that I square R is power wasted in the form of heat, and due to that loss occurs, which is known as I copper loss. It is also known as I square R loss. So here total loss is, if we have two windings, that R1 is the resistance of primary winding and R2 is the resistance of secondary winding. So we have total loss I square R1 plus I square R2. Copper loss depends upon load current and it's directly proportional to the square of load current. As we know that relation is proportional to I square. That's why we can say that total loss or copper loss is directly proportional to the square of the load current. So this is about losses. So basically there are two type of losses, core loss and copper loss. Here we can see that this load is proportional to the square of load current. So it is called as variable loss. Whereas iron loss is known as constant loss because supply voltage and supply frequency are constant. So these are the discussion about losses in the transformer. Now we will discuss about practical transformer. So here it is introduction about practical transformer. In next lecture we will discuss in detail about practical transformer. So here, first of all, practical transformer differs from ideal transformer in many respects. So we have seen in ideal transformer that ideal transformer has no iron loss, no winding resistance, no leakage flux. But practical transformer has all of this. It has iron losses, it has winding resistance, and it has magnetic leakage, or we can see that leakage flux or leakage reactance occurs in the practical transformer. So this is the iron loss. Already we have discussed about that iron losses due to the eddy current and due to the hysteresis loss. These two type of loss occurs. I have repeated these lines from that losses in transformer. Same way winding resistance. Since winding consists of copper conductors, it immediately follows that both primary and secondary will have some winding resistance. So if we consider R1 as primary resistance and secondary winding resistance is R2, act in series with respective windings. Here we can see from the below figure. See here, this is practical transformer. Practical transformer has this winding resistance R1 and R2. This is the leakage reactance X1 and X2. Clear? N1 is the number of turns in primary winding, N2 is number of turns in secondary winding. Same way E1 and E2 are induced EMF in primary and secondary winding respectively. So here we can say that when current flows through the winding, there will be a power loss. As we have discussed in previous topic, that power loss is I square R, and this power loss is directly proportional to the square of current and it is variable. Okay, and last one is leakage reactance. Okay. Here, leakage reactance or leakage flux. So here primary and secondary current produce flux which links with both the windings. Remember in ideal transformer we have told that all the flux from primary winding generated by primary winding linked with the secondary winding. But here in case of practical transformer, it will not happen. See here, primary current which has flux phi, which would not link secondary winding. Similarly, secondary current produce flux phi that also not linked with the primary winding. Here is it in figure. See here, all that flux is not linked with the secondary winding. So there is some leakage flux. This is phi 1 is indicated as a leakage flux. Same way, secondary winding flux, all flux can't link with the primary winding. So here phi 2 is indicated as a leakage flux. So in practical transformer, there is a leakage flux because all flux generated by primary winding cannot link with the secondary winding. So these three are main aspects of practical transformer. Practical, again, I revise three main aspects. So first of all, first is iron loss due to the hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. Iron loss occurs in practical transformer. Same way winding resistance. Here we see that R1 and R2 are winding resistance. And third is leakage reactances. So here indicated by leakage flux, and X1 and X2 is also known as leakage reactances. Okay, see here this definition of leakage flux. The flux phi 1 or phi 2 which links with only one winding is also known as leakage flux. So we can see that in other words, effect of primary flux phi 1 is to introduce an inductive reactance X1 in series with primary winding, as we have seen in above figure. Same way, X2 is inductive reactance with secondary winding. Due to that the presence of X1 and X2, which is also known as leakage reactance in winding, power factor changes if there is a voltage loss due to Ix drop. So these all are about losses in transformer and practical transformer. Again, I revise some important aspect regarding to this lecture. So first of all, there are basically two types of losses. First is core loss and or iron loss, and second is copper loss. In practical transformer, there are three main aspects which we have to remember is winding resistance, second is leakage flux or leakage reactance, and losses. Now we will move towards practical transformer on no load. So basically practical transformer are divided in two categories, on no load and practical transformer on load. So first of all, we will discuss about practical transformer on no load. So a transformer is said to be on no load when secondary is open circuited. It means when secondary is open, there is no load connected to the secondary. It is known as no load condition. Practical transformer on no load condition. In case of ideal transformer, losses are neglected, but practically it is not possible. So we can say that practically ideal transformer doesn't happen because there are always there is a losses in transformer. So practical transformer, we know that practical transformer has iron losses in the core and copper losses in primary winding and secondary winding, as we have discussed earlier. So now we see the figure of practical transformer. Here is the circuit diagram. Here we can see that we have not connected any load to the secondary. Secondary is open. That's why it is known as practical transformer on no load condition. It is the phasor diagram. We can see from the phasor diagram that it has, this is the flux phi produced by primary winding. Here is I0, which is the main current. Now, this current has two components, Im and Iw. Here we know that E1 and E2 are EMF produced by primary and secondary winding. See, I0 has two components. First is magnetizing component and second is active component. So magnetizing component is reactive component of load. Here, reactive component, that's why we have written that I0 sin phi 0. It is also known as waterless component. See here, it is purely reactive component of load and it magnetizing core and produces flux in the core. It is in quadrature with V1. Quadrature in V1 means it is in same phase with V1, this component. Now, second is active component. So it supplies total losses. It is also known as power component or core loss component. It is in phase with V1. So IW is active component, which is also written by I0 cos phi 0. So basically, that I0 is nothing but the addition of two components, magnetizing component and active component. So we have this magnitude of I0 equals to under root Im square plus IW square. So this is about practical transformer at no load condition. Again, I revise. Okay. First of all, practical transformer, we know that in practical transformer there are losses. But on no load condition means we have not connected any load at secondary winding. Secondary winding is open circuited. That's why it is known as practical transformer on no load condition. Here, mainly we have focused on this component I0. I0 is the current. It has two components, Im and IW. IW is wattless component, Im is magnetizing component. Sorry, IW is active component, Im is magnetizing component. Im is equals to I0 cos phi 0, IW equals to I0 sin phi 0. So in next lecture, we will discuss about practical transformer on, on load condition. So this is all about losses in transformer and practical transformer on no load condition. Thank you.